Welcome back, guys. So in the first video, we had a tour of this lovely home called In the Spirit of Home, and now we're going to go to another house that I built, which is basically meant for the guild that I was in. So for the guild members, all 5 of us, we used to play back in the day, and we called this place A.R.T. A.R.T. That was our guild name. Looking at it here, there we go. It represented the words Acousticus Resplendium Theatricus, very Harry Potter inspired. We even had a Gmail account, look, and we didn't really use it, of course. But so Acousticus because we were singers, so that represented that part, and we were also performed on stage, so Theatricus was that aspect. Let's now go over to the home. So I pulled open a rune book, as you can see. Earlier on, we talked about the rune book library. So these are the runes inside the books, which have the coordinates to these different locations. And basically, all you have to do is to click on one of them and cast a recall spell. And voila, you are at the other place. So this is the home of the guild, which is called A.R.T. Also quite lovely, in my opinion. I designed this myself. Basically, this is the first story. It's more cluttered, but it's beautiful clutter, right? I put a lot of the clutter at the back. The first story, and let me explain these little red things on the floor here. They're meant to be vendors. So once I activate them, you'll have vendors at the front, and they would sell stuff. So that's one way of making money on Ultima Online. You can sell stuff, spares that you have when you go adventuring and kill, different spawns and bosses and stuff. All right, let's get into the house. And so you can set a privacy setting, so non-guild members or non-friends cannot step into the house. So basically, I own this house, as you can see. So of course I can step into it. So what I did here was I made a little, a private room at the back there, basically that you couldn't get to unless you know a secret thing. Let me show you. So it used to be that, yes, you cannot walk through this, but it used to be that when you lifted it up and run quickly through, you could get through it. But now you can't because they fixed the bug. So that room is not accessible anymore unless I remove this face. And then you can also see that there's a chessboard. So actually, you can play chess with your friends in game. It's pretty ingenious. Now, Ultima Online, if you didn't know, was one of the first few MMORPGs, and of course, that set the road for other MMORPGs, and those followed, and those were successful also based on the fact that there was so much new stuff and so much new ground that Ultima Online broke that paved the way for the MMORPG industry, really. So, I have deep respect for Ultima Online. There is a fountain here that's coming down, and just lots of free space. So let's go up to the second level. So there's a couch here that if you sit on, makes noise.
You seem to have gained a little weight.
And of course, there is humor in Ultima Online too. So a very rude couch telling you've gained weight. So in the other house, we had the interrupting cow, but here we have this obnoxious couch. So the second level,
you seem to have gained a little weight.
Oh, got a bit of a different voice there. Second level, you have a little bit of a balcony here, which is nice. You look out the front, and that's pretty much it. So let's move to the third level. So basically, there are 2 flights of stairs here on the second level. So you can go left or you can go right. So what takes you to the third level is if you go left. And just really quick here on the third level, there's a teleporter. So basically, from out front, if you're too lazy, you can just hop right through the teleporter and come right to the third level. And basically, that's because the rooms are here. The guild members' rooms are here. There are 5 of them, and it took quite a bit of architectural planning because you can see it's not a big space, but I managed to make sure that there were doors and rooms for each and every one of us. So this is my room, I think. Here's the Grobu's fur on the floor. I think it's a rare, or I think at least Grobu is really hard to kill. And then the second room is here. Alright, and then let's walk down to the third room. over here. And of course, in each room, I put like a little, storage area of sorts. There's a pixie swatter here. Cruelty against pixies. And then the fourth room is here. And we go over to the fifth room, which is over here. So that's pretty much it. So we had a whole bunking system here in the Guildhouse on the third level. Very, very cool. Let's go to the fourth level, which is going to be the right flight of stairs and past the couch.
You seem to have gained a little weight.
So basically, up the right flight of stairs, you get to the third level, but then you're forced to go up another flight of stairs to go up to the fourth. And this is the rooftop. So basically, it's a 3-story house, just like the other one, but because there's a rooftop, it makes it a 4-story house in some ways. So this is the rooftop where we used to hang out. We would sit on these chairs and contemplate and talk about life as the youngsters that we were. And these are some of my rares, some rewards that I got. Crystals, basically. And then if you really wanted to exit the house really quick, I made this cute little ladder up here, which is supposed to climb to the 5th story, but there's no such thing. So it basically just takes you up and it drops you off. And if you watch the health bar, it's at 99 right now, right? If I drop down, I lose, it's 64, and then I start to regenerate health. And I have a nice little, a river or a stream around the house just to make it feel a little bit more like a castle. So that's pretty much it. That's the tour of A.R.T, the Guildhouse. And so that documents my fond memories with Ultima Online. Oh, so wonderful. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this.